Hi, I'm Chris Raptis Real Estate. Welcome to episode 30. Special guest, Savvy. And it's been a couple of weeks since we've done our latest video, as I've been relocating to 75 Braun Road Prospect. So it's certainly been very eventful the last couple of weeks. And it's given me a bit of time to reflect on the market, and what I have seen is a lot more high-end properties sitting on the market at the moment, and I've certainly seen a flurry of properties hit the market, whether it was a couple of months ago before the interest rate drop news. Certainly there wasn't a whole lot of stock, which you would have seen in my previous videos. Now, that being said, I think on a suburb per suburb basis is really important to look at, because a lot of suburbs either have only a few listings, and then you've got other suburbs that are heavily saturated, that the stock is not moving. And what that basically means is that unless you're really competitive and the buyers can see a lot of value, I'm just not seeing those properties transact. So obviously, good news means that a lot of sellers are coming in to capitalize. However, the bad news is that the ones that listened to our advice early in the piece were able to get those premium prices. And certainly, those that are sitting on the market now are probably going to find it a little bit tougher, to transact. Now, whether that's global economic news that's going on at the moment, certainly I think that there's a little bit more fear and uncertainty in the marketplace. However, I'm not seeing that. I'm selling all my properties that are going on the market at Raptis Real Estate. I've just rented a unit at 5 of 9 Frederick Street in Mansfield Park for $525 a week. That's a 3-bedroom, single bathroom, single garage home. That rented in less than a week. And we've got more coming on board now. We've got 25 Ripon Road in Clarence Park for $900 a week. That's a 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double garage property. And we've got another unit as well at unit number 4 of 9 Frederick Street in Mansfield Park. So we ran a promotion there where it was landlords coming on board for 5% plus GST. I think we're going to certainly rerun that and continue to push that offer on for the next couple of months as we move into the next financial year. So it's very, very exciting, obviously, as we move into the next financial year, because developers and of course even sellers are arranging their finances. They're able to get their new financials to the banks, all that kind of jazz, which enables them to get into the new financial year and start borrowing, possibly even more with the interest rate drop that has occurred. I know my mortgage repayment has come down since the last interest rate drop. However, cost of living is still high, and that's certainly something to take into consideration. So we've got some exciting listings coming up. I've got another one coming up in Kensington Park. That one's going to be around the $2 million mark. So we may not have a lot of properties on the market, but we certainly sell them. And that's what there's certainly a misconception with smaller boutique real estate companies is they just don't have the turnover that some of these bigger companies have. Well, we sell them. We have motivated clients, and I have very, very good clients that I've built up over the last 20 years, that have trusted me with the sale of their property, and it may not just be their first, second or third property that they've sold with me. They've sold a number of homes. So I don't pretend to be Coles or Woolworths. I certainly have a certain target market that I attract. I tend not to sell too many to first home buyers, but certainly the markets that we've been playing in, especially the rentals, they've been in very blue chip areas, like Fulham Gardens, Prospect. We rented 37 Myrtle Street, Clarence Park, again, another blue chip spot. So, that being said, we certainly like quality over quantity. And I think that's always been the ethos at Raptis Real Estate. So, That being said, we're going to go and unpack some more boxes. Love to hear from you. Love to do more videos. So as we get into the rhythm of things again, I look forward to reporting back to the marketplace and telling you my feedback over the last 20 years of being in the property game. So thanks so much for watching. Look forward to the next video. Take care. How was that?